Hello and a warm welcome to the Tamil Nadu Brief. I'm Sam Daniel. The headlines first. The Wakf Board claims the Thiruparankundram Hilltop pillar, what many call Deepathoon, belongs to the dargah. Arguments to continue tomorrow with the Chief Secretary and ADGP appear in the contempt plea. TVK Chief Vijay set to resume his statewide tour across Tamil Nadu after the Stampede tragedy. Erode meeting on Thursday. And meet these children's choir, Shortz, caroling in Chennai. In a significant argument, the Thiruparankundram appeal case filed by the Tamil Nadu government in the Madurai bench of the Madras High Court, the Wakf Board today claimed that the pillar on the hilltop near the dargah there, what many call as Deepathoon, actually belongs to the dargah. It claimed there was never a custom in the past to light the Deepam on the ancient pillar next to the dargah, and that the single judge did not take into account the rulings in the past that the steps leading to the dargah belong to the dargah, and using this to go to the pillar to light the Deepam there would disturb public peace. It also argued that the Archaeological Survey of India has rights over the area and the single judge ought to have heard them too. Today, the court directed the Wakf Board to present all its documents tomorrow. The police too argued that the single judge cannot decide on religious affairs and that his order to light the Deepam on the pillar near the dargah would disturb public peace. However, the petitioners argue that an earlier order allowed the temple authorities to light the Deepam at any other areas, and now it wants that order to be executed. The arguments will continue tomorrow. Meanwhile, the single judge, Justice G.R. Swaminathan, who had given this order to light the Kartike Deepam on this ancient pillar next to the dargah recently, would hear the contempt plea tomorrow evening. And he had earlier directed the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu and the ADGP to appear via video conferencing. It's not clear if these two top bureaucrats would appear. Earlier, the temple authorities argued that the pillar near the dargah on the hilltop does not have the Nayak era emblem, suggesting that's not the official Deepathoon, unlike the other pillar which has this emblem near the Uchippallayar temple, on which for over a century the Deepam is being lit.
பணம் கட்டப்பட்டுள்ளது, அதுவும் இங்கே வரும். பாதுகாப்பான அடிப்படையில் 60 ஏக்கர் நிலங்களில் வாகனங்கள் அங்கே நிறுத்துவதற்கு ஏற்பாடு செய்யப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. 2 வீலர் வருவதற்கு 20 ஏக்கர் நிலங்கள் அங்கே கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது. இதுவரையும் தமிழகம் கண்டிராத அளவிற்கு பாதுகாப்பு அடிப்படையில் இந்த நிகழ்ச்சி மற்ற தமிழக மாநிலத்திற்கு முன் மாதிரியாக அமையும். அது அப்படித்தானே கேட்கணும். 1100 வரண்டிருக்காங்க. 10,000 பேர், பொதுமக்கள் 25,000 பேர். அவர்களுக்கு வருவதற்கு பாஸ் கிடையாது, QR கோடு கிடையாது. எல்லோரும் வந்து தலைவரை சந்தித்து விட்டு மகிழ்ச்சியோடு செல்லலாம். ஈரோடு மாவட்ட மக்கள் இல்ல, அதெல்லாம் காவல்துறை அன்றன்று நடைபெறுகிற நிகழ்ச்சியை பொறுத்து அவர் நடவடிக்கை மேற்கொள்வார். 14 இடங்கள் இருக்கு.
TVK Chief Vijay is all set to resume his statewide tour across Tamil Nadu, which was suspended after the terrible Karur Stampede tragedy, killing 41 people. On Thursday, he would address a public meeting in Erode, from where the expelled AIADMK leader Sankotian hails from. In fact, many new safety mechanisms and measures have been put in place to avert a stampede-like situation and for better crowd control. These include enclosures to hold designated number of people on the ground. TVK has also appealed to the cadre and the visiting public to abide by these conditions. Pregnant women, children, women or families with infants and the differently abled have been advised to not come and to follow the proceedings online. There can be no following of Vijay's convoy en route and there can be no disruption to traffic, no crackers, no public reception to Vijay, and vehicles ought to be parked only in designated areas. The party has also appealed to the party cadre and public to not climb on trees, transformers, lampposts and private buildings and vehicle tops. In fact, last week Vijay had his first rally after the stampede in Puducherry, where several of these measures were put in place. The big question, have there been any lessons learned, and would this public rally be more safe now? And what measures the police also would take, particularly after the tragedy which the TVK had earlier blamed on the police for having failed to effectively control the crowd, while the police and the state government had blamed Team Vijay for the stampede, pointing out that he had arrived terribly late and there was no provision for drinking water and food for the large crowds which were waiting for several hours for Vijay's arrival there. Chennai had the season's first carols, the Sounds of the Season, organized by the Madras Guild of Performing Arts at the Museum Theatre in Chennai. One thing that stood apart is it had a choir by children called Shortz. Joining me, a few from Team Shortz. Thank you all very much for your time. If I can begin with you, what's the joy of being part of Christmas carols?
The joy of being part of Christmas carols is spreading the joy of Christmas, telling everyone like what's the true meaning of Christmas. It's just like spreading the joy and happiness around the world.
You had very rigorous practice?
Yes, at least the last few practices were very rigorous. So we kept practicing like one part, and I think most of the songs we had done it before, so we had gotten the hang of it. We did get shouted at, but it was worth it in the end.
You had fun?
Yes, we had a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun and time to play around, and Atulana made us like enjoy the songs.
When you also sing along with the adults choir, does that intimidate you?
No, we like singing with them. It doesn't intimidate us. We like singing with them, they like singing with us.
What's your favorite song and why?
I think it's Solfege Christmas because it incorporated a lot of musical notes onto it. And I think it just meant that without lyrics, even Christmas songs can make sense.
What's the difference, carols in the church and a private carols like this?
Carols in the church feel like they're too formal. Like carols, like separately, you have fun.
Two mentors here. Why is it important to train children?
So anything worth doing is worth starting at a young age. So whatever art form it is, whether music or dance or whatever, when you start from an early age, you learn the discipline, you learn the various values that you need to uphold, and we've seen that growth in them, whether it was coming in on time, knowing how to work as a team and all of that. And we've had kids from I think 3 or 4 years old, and they've graduated now into the adult choir. So it's a very firm foundation, which we enjoy seeing that growth as well. So that's rewarding.
Easy or challenging?
It's an equal mix of both. It's fun. It's fun to train these kids, and I'd say we push each other to our limits and we explore our abilities. So it's quite fun to train them.
And compared to adults, do they learn faster or it takes time?
Oh, way faster than all of us. They're very quick to grasp the music and the lyrics. They don't even need anything in their hands. They quickly grasp everything.
Thank you very much for your time, and Sounds of the Season, in a sense, setting the tone for Christmas at the Museum Theatre in Chennai with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find TV. And finally, Chennai witnessed the season's first carols, Sounds of the Season, by the Madras Guild for Performing Arts. The star attraction was the children's choir Shortz or Children's Ensemble. I caught up with the team. Well, that's a wrap on this edition of the Tamil Nadu Brief. Hope you liked it. See you tomorrow, same time. Goodbye.